INFJs don't just feel pain, they dissect it, live in it, and replay every detail until it becomes almost unbearable. Yet you'd never guess what's happening beneath the surface. They'll smile, offer support, and move through the world as if nothing touches them. But behind that calm exterior is a storm no one else sees, an invisible struggle that takes a toll day after day. Why do INFJs hide their pain so well? And what does that cost them? Today, you'll uncover 10 hidden signs of INFJ pain that most people miss. Some are emotional, some are social, but you won't believe what their bodies start to reveal when the suffering goes unnoticed. And the final sign? It exposes the mask even the closest friends never see. Before we start, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our weekly deep dives into the world of personality types. And if you are looking to achieve a deeper understanding of yourself and your personality type, click the link in the comments to take our favorite free personality test. Sign number 1, support needs, the quiet plea for understanding. Some INFJs seem unbreakable. You might notice their quiet resilience, the way they handle pain with a grace that makes support seem unnecessary. But beneath that steady surface is a longing for genuine understanding, a need that rarely finds a voice. The risk of judgment, or being labeled too sensitive, runs so deep that asking for help feels almost impossible. Instead, they wait, hoping for a safe space that never needs to be requested. For them, the smallest gestures, a quick check-in, a friend who listens without trying to fix, can be transformative. These moments, invisible to most, tell the INFJ they are seen and accepted. When empathy meets patience, their guarded heart softens. Recognizing their sensitivity as a strength, not a flaw, is the first step toward healing. If this resonates, consider subscribing. You're not alone in understanding INFJ strength, because the real journey doesn't end here. For INFJs, true healing unfolds quietly, far from the eyes of the world. Sign number 2, the healing journey, a solitary path to resilience. For INFJs, the healing journey is a solitary path, one marked by quiet introspection and self-reflection rather than outward displays. They move at their own pace, free from the expectations of others, finding control in the privacy of their inner world. On the outside, they might seem unchanged, but inside, they're sorting through storms no one else can see. Journaling becomes a shelter, a space to untangle emotions without fear of judgment. Creative outlets, such as writing, painting, and music, help transform pain into something tangible, offering relief when words fail to express it. Each act of reflection helps them rediscover hope, bit by bit, and slowly rebuilds the optimism that pain once threatened to erase. But how does this inner work ripple through their relationships next? When healing is invisible, the people closest to them may never realize just how much has changed. Sign number 3, relationship ripple effect, when pain changes connection. Pain doesn't just stay inside, it ripples out, quietly shifting the way INFJs relate to those around them. You might notice an INFJ pulling back, their warmth replaced by a cautious distance. It isn't indifference, it's a shield, protecting themselves from being wounded again. For friends and partners, this sudden quiet can feel like a locked door, leaving them searching for the right key to unlock it. Other times, the INFJ will swing the other way, pouring themselves into grand gestures, organizing surprise support, or going out of their way to help, while their own needs go ignored. This overgiving isn't just kindness, it's a silent plea for connection that never asks for anything in return. Studies show this loyalty paradox can isolate INFJs further, especially when they defend those who hurt them. And while connections wobble, where does their energy go? Let's explore next. Sign number 4, energy drain, the unseen cost of emotional processing. Inside, INFJs run a constant, silent marathon, analyzing every feeling, replaying conversations, searching for meaning in the most minor details. This relentless emotional processing drains them in ways most people never see. Their mind never stops, and the weight of that invisible work seeps into every part of their day. Simple tasks, answering an email, making a decision, even getting dressed, can suddenly feel impossible. The exhaustion isn't just mental. Suppressed emotions build up, and the body starts to keep score. Headaches, fatigue, digestive flare-ups, and even immune issues can all be signs that the INFJ's reserves are running dangerously low. Mistakes slip through, attention to detail falters, and self-criticism grows, feeding a cycle that's as isolating as it is exhausting. Yet exhaustion is only half the story. What about the ideas that keep an INFJ awake at night? Sign number 5, spiritual crisis, when core beliefs are shaken. Pain for an INFJ doesn't just bruise the heart, it fractures their entire worldview. Their belief system cracks like fractured glass, splintering the ideals of trust, goodness, and meaning they once held close. When someone they believed in betrays them, or when the world's cruelty shatters their hope, the questions come hard and fast. Was I wrong to see the good in people? Is my sensitivity a strength or a weakness? The foundation that once gave life purpose suddenly feels unstable, and the INFJ is left questioning not just others, but themselves. In that silence, existential doubts swirl. Why invest so much in connection if it can all fall apart? Does empathy matter in a world that seems to reward indifference? This spiritual crisis is invisible to most, but inside it strips away old illusions and forces a reckoning with reality. Some INFJs emerge with more profound wisdom, others with guarded hearts. But even as their beliefs crumble, their art finds a new voice. Up next, the creativity shift. Sign number 6, creativity shift, pain as a gateway or barrier. Pain doesn't just change how INFJs feel, it transforms how they create. For some, emotional turmoil unlocks a new depth in their art. Words, music, or brushstrokes become sharper, more honest, carrying the weight they can't speak aloud. Their creative work serves as a coded message, allowing them to share their struggles without ever having to explain. In these moments, art is a lifeline, a means of survival for what can't be said. But for others, pain seals the door. The emotions are too heavy, inspiration dries up, and the creative flow that once brought relief now feels out of reach. This loss can leave INFJs feeling even more isolated, cut off from a part of themselves they rely on to process the world. Will your creativity become a lifeline or a locked door? Now, let's see how this pain shows up in their very bodies. Sign number 7, invisible physical symptoms, the body's silent cry. You might not hear an INFJ speak about their pain, but their body often does. Emotional weight gathers in quiet places, pounding headaches, a sudden wave of fatigue, or a stomach that twists for no apparent reason. Sometimes there's a subtle tightness that lingers, a physical echo of feelings held inside. To outsiders, these symptoms look random, disconnected from any apparent cause. But for the INFJ, each one marks another chapter of unspoken struggle. Then come the more visible signs: a hand that trembles during small talk, a voice that falters mid-sentence, or a slight stutter that appears when the world feels too close. These aren't just nerves, they're the body's silent cry under emotional overload. The INFJ's usual spark dims, and energy slips away, leaving them muted in rooms where they once shone. And what happens when their inner critic takes the stage? Sign number 8, perfectionist self-blame and overanalysis, the inner critic. The moment pain strikes, INFJs turn inward. They replay every detail, searching for the exact moment they went wrong. Did they miss a sign? Could they have prevented the fallout? Their perfectionism magnifies each flaw until the story becomes clear. It must be their fault. This isn't just a passing thought, it's a narrative fueled by the oldest insecurities, the fear of being fundamentally flawed or out of place. They construct mental scenarios, haunted by what-ifs that turn reflection into self-torment. Research shows this cycle of over-analysis amplifies emotional suffering over time, making minor wounds feel catastrophic. The inner critic grows louder, convincing them they're always a step behind, always failing to meet their impossible standards. But when self-torment grows too heavy, INFJs vanish into what we call the silent retreat. Sign number 9, the silent retreat, when words fall away. The silent retreat arrives without warning. One day, an INFJ is present, showing up for others, answering messages, and keeping up appearances. Then, suddenly, they slip away. Plans are canceled, messages go unanswered, and their presence online fades. This isn't just about needing a quiet night in. It's a complete retreat that can last days, weeks, or even months. A total disengagement from the world outside. Inside, the real work begins. The INFJ's mind turns into a battleground, replaying every hurtful moment, dissecting words and silences, searching for meaning in every detail. They aren't just remembering, they're mapping pain against every pattern they've ever known, asking what it all means for their future. This process is brutal, sometimes leaving them feeling detached from reality, lost in a maze of self-analysis and existential doubt. The longer the silence, the further they drift from support, locked in a struggle no one else can see. Next, we peel back the mask that hides this entire process. Sign number 10, the INFJ mask, hiding the storm within. Every INFJ learns early how to build a mask, one so convincing most never notice the storm it hides. On the surface, you see composure, gentle humor, and a willingness to listen. But underneath, there's a world of pain shielded from view. This mask isn't just a habit, it's a survival strategy, born from years of feeling too much for the world, and reinforced by their dominant introverted intuition. With Ni constantly analyzing and assigning meaning, every emotion is processed in secret, behind closed doors. INFJs wear this mask not to deceive, but to protect. They believe their pain would burden others, so they become the lighthouse in everyone else's storm, even when their light is flickering. They offer strength, wisdom, and empathy, all while keeping their struggles locked away. Yet the cost is high. Genuine connection slips further out of reach, and no one sees how much it takes to keep shining. Have you spotted this mask on someone you know? Please let us know in the comments, and then stay tuned for instructions on how to support them. Beneath the surface, every INFJ carries storms that few ever see. Their pain isn't a flaw to erase, it's proof of a rare strength, a heart that feels the world more deeply than most can imagine. When you recognize the silent battles they fight, you begin to understand that their sensitivity is a gift, not a weakness. Offering patience and actual presence gives them the space to let their resilience and wisdom shine through. If this gave you new insight into INFJ lives, please like and subscribe. Which hidden sign surprised you most? If you want to continue the journey to understanding yourself or an INFJ in your life, click either of the following videos where we continue to unlock the secrets of the INFJ personality type.